I'm not putting this off any longer. Ladies and germs, boys and girls, or whoever you may be, welcome to the inaugural, the premiere of MC Chap Live. I promised this for a long time, and I still don't know how I'm going to do it. But, once I made the promise that at the start of the new year, or at least the first weekend of the new year anyway, I would roll out something that I've been sleeping on for a long time. And this is it. I can hear your disappointment. But I digress. Robert, how the hell are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Mean, for those who don't know, Chaff approached me about being the co-host on this thing weeks back, and a lot has happened since. We didn't really, as you said, we didn't really get to plan this out. But
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to it. I'm gonna let him get first shot at it, but I got a couple things sort of floating around that I might throw out there, after we get started.
Yes, I have to admit, I was thinking this the other day. I don't think it's entirely a bad thing that I'm kind of letting this show kind of weave itself together as it goes. Like, just week by week, it's just going to build up. But basically what this is, it's inspired by a lot of stuff I've seen. For example, other podcasts, morning drive shows, that's a big one. And members of the voice acting community I've followed in the past year or so, excuse me, have they basically got me thinking, how do I get these vocal cords out there? Well, I figured there was no better way than this, because I feel like it fits the genre. But
For sure.
in any case, getting a few folks in here looks like one's better than none, I suppose. But hope you guys are having a good Saturday so far. God, you ever forget what you're gonna say as you're saying it? Because that just happened.
No, I completely understand.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that once I made that promise a couple of months back that I was gonna do this, I was like, oh God, what have I done? It was like, it reminds me of, honestly, when I got a call from one of my old jobs up in St. Louis. I was still living here in Arkansas at the time, and of course now I'm back here been back here for almost 3 years now. But that it reminds me of when I got a call with a job offer in a city that I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any connections. I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I was like, yeah, I'll take the job. And I hung up with a 1,000-yard stare. Like, I couldn't believe what I had just done. But this, of course, isn't nearly as critical. I did a little planning. It would be unwise of me not to, but I have drawn some inspiration from, of course, voice reels I've heard, the morning drive show I listen to every morning, down here in Little Rock and up in St. Louis alike. I just location dropped myself. But I'm sure a lot of you knew that anyway. I also draw a lot of inspiration from, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Distractable. It's actually, it's hosted by Markiplier and his friends Bob and Wade, and it's actually one of the most popular podcasts out there. They kind of had the same idea. They just, hit the live switch and just go to town. You don't have a game plan. So, I do, while we're here anyway, my God, we're already 10 minutes in. Well, I suppose that's not a bad thing, but I did have a few things in mind. Of course, this is going to be, I was going to do 2 hours, but I'm just going to do, I think I'm just going to do one instead, because Splatoon Splatfest is tonight, and I just can't miss out on that. Hedgie's in the other room gearing up for that as we speak.
Yeah, right. Probably gonna rate him whenever you're done.
Yeah, I'm really just rambling at this point. One of the things I really wanted to cover, and this is probably going to be the first segment I ever do on the show. I have decided to get the just endless power of Reddit to really amuse us, and this segment is going to be called Broken News. I figured that was a clever name for that, but I'm gonna see.
I was holding back laughter, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I'm going to find the news articles from coast to coast of the stupidest people in America, and those aren't hard to find.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm sure there's a Florida Man subreddit where you can find plenty in Florida alone.
I think there is a Florida Man subreddit, actually. Let me check.
It wouldn't surprise me.
r/Florida Man, 766,000 members.
Yeah, as I kind of expect.
I'm
actually surprised it hasn't crossed 1 million.
I'm so joining that one. That's probably going to be followed up with living in Ohio or something like that, because Ohio seems to be the new Florida. If you've noticed, I also followed r/Sweaty Palms. I'm going to be taking that to YouTube with a face cam, because that's I always called I always like scoffed at these reaction YouTubers who like watch these, try not to laugh and try not to get anxiety or try not to jump, stuff like that. Well, now I'm watching them, and I might be doing a few of those as well. But anyway, let's see if I can try to navigate this cesspool of text. This is gonna be tough.
All right, I will have Safari. I will pull up Safari on my phone as you search, and I will be ready to look up whatever story you find on a moment's notice.
Okay. I'm gonna. This being a weekly show, I'm just gonna do this week.
For sure.
Let's see. Cable news ignores Trump's invite to New Year's party. Well, I don't blame them. That's not stupid at all. This is supposed to be. Oh, God, who runs this shit? I didn't. I will confess, I didn't read through this before we started. All right, Google, do your magic. Let's see. I like Corey and Patrick. Shout out to Corey and Patrick in the morning. They're my morning drive show in Little Rock. And instead of broken news, they call it head up your ass headlines. So sadly, I couldn't take that. I thought that was. I mean, they've been in radio for like a decade, so.
They kind of know what they're doing. Been around the block.
I've been through Clear Channel all the way to iHeartRadio, where they are right now. Boardpanda.com. Okay, here we go. Terrible newspaper headlines to make you cringe. Yes, I'll whitelist. God damn you. Don't you just love capitalism?
Definitely understand
Yes, I'll whitelist. Where do I go?
Oh my. Yeah. Ooh.
Is AdBlock built into Chrome now? I never. If I can find the damn thing. Where is it? Okay. Chrome. I haven't done this in a while. Extensions. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, Ginger, shut up. My dog has a tendency to, I don't know if you can hear in the background, she has a tendency to scream at things she doesn't like. and it's pretty crazy. Chat's building up just a little bit. Hello.
Oh, hello. I see a Valerie in chat.
Valerie and I were shit-faced last night. We had a nice conversation on Discord. All right. Oh my god. Okay. Broken news. I think you know what, for what I'm about to read, this is actually a pretty fitting title because it's not the fault of the subjects of the article, but the people who wrote the headlines. So this is good. 40 of the worst newspaper headlines to make you facepalm at the stupidity. Okay, number 1. Homicide victims rarely talk to police. What? Look at this guy. Yeah. Okay.
I am Googling the. Wait.
Can't talk to police. I guess you're not talking to anyone. You're probably talking. You're probably screaming up at us from the ground. Anyway, number 2. Oh, my sinuses. Number 2. We hate math. Say 4 in 10, a majority of Americans. 4 in 10, a majority of Americans.
I thought I'd have more to say off of this, but all these are just leaving me speechless.
That kind of reminds me of a Colin Mockery joke. This just in, 10 out of 9 Americans are bad at math. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
There's a comment right below. A good thing he or she didn't become an engineer. Okay.
Right.
Number 3, in the outdoors section, The Outdoors Outpost by Kendall. I can't read that name. Breathing oxygen linked to staying alive. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my god. I have my own.
Yeah.
I have my. There's my own. I found my own from 2012 that. Well, it involves the homicide victims where I talk to police, but there's some other headlines in here that'll probably be some repeats, but I think there's going to be some unique ones in here as well.
Hang on, I need to test my buzzer of stupidity that I might have to use later. There it is. Okay. See if there are any comments below that. Yeah. We're doing something right, says Tracy Moorhead. Okay. More and more news and entertainment can be found in the digital world, which means that the print media industry is slowly declining. Well, not a moment too soon, I guess. Okay, number 4. On teenagers, an adult says, well, actually this isn't just one person. Statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after age 25. Apparently we're bending the definition of teenager here. This is from December 1999, by the way. I think a lot of people weren't very bright back then. I certainly was, and I was 4 years old.
Oh, I was gonna say, I guess we became a lot more aware of what a teenager actually was whenever My Chemical Romance made a song about it.
Yeah. December 1999. I was 4 years old. Rob couldn't talk yet, and he was still shitting himself.
Right. I had just turned 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need more water in a minute. Number 5. Marijuana issues. I didn't read it in full. Marijuana issue sent to a joint committee. From the Toronto Star in 1996. All right. Yeah, I see what you did there.
Phrasing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I know what they were going for, but the phrasing still makes it hilarious. Exactly. I do want to add that shortly after I started, shortly after I went on the air, I looked at the clock and almost blurted out, "It's 4:20. Do you know where your children are?" I don't know if you guys have they used to do it a lot in like the 80s and 90s, but I don't know if you guys had local news channels in your area when the 10 o'clock news started. That's how it is in the central time zone anyway. I think on out east and west it's 11, but in Memphis particularly I saw one, and I think it's the CBS 3, right? It's channel 3 in Memphis. Mom and I were in Forest City, and they still open their newscasts with, "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?" And I was like, gee whiz, I guess as long as they're at home playing Fortnite or something, you have nothing to worry about. How about it's 10 o'clock? Do you? How about it's 10 o'clock? Do you know what your children are browsing? I think that's more important.
Giggity.
It's 10 o'clock. Is your teenage son on Pornhub? Okay, number 6. I'm stalling again. Number 6. International news. China may be using the sea to hide its submarines. I think that's how it works. Hey, I think he got this one figured out.
It took me a second for my brain to process that C was like the water, because on gut reaction I thought
Yes.
like the letter.
That's a pirate's favorite letter. It's not R, it's the C. Number 7. Federal agents raid gun shop, find weapons. I can't imagine. That must have been unexpected. Yeah, that's the top comment. Oh, wow. Okay. Number 8. Princess Diana was still alive hours before she died.
Oh, that's the first one in the thing that I came across, actually. So it doesn't have princess behind it.
And right below it.
What it meant.
Right below it. Inside, do you think Diana is dead, or have you seen her in Morocco? Call now. What the fuck?
That almost sounds like some sort of Nigerian prince scheme.
That sounds like parody. I'll be brutally honest with you. Okay. My God.
That too.
We still have 31 of these headlines to go.
Oh, Lord.
Number 9. From the Daily Sun. Is that a tabloid? Daily Sun. Hang on. Let me look this shit up. Daily Sun.
I think it is, but I'm not sure.
The Village's Daily Sun. That's not what this is. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. There are too many with that title, with just variants on it. I see you guys in chat, by the way. Sorry I'm ignoring you. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, from the Daily Sun. Man kills himself and runs away. Oh my God. Top comment. Wow,
I'm
Jesus.
impressed.
Top comment. Wow, Jesus has come back.
Oh, hey, no.
God. Literally. I'll be brutally honest with you. I can't make up a joke like that. And I'm the guy in this group with the one-liners. All right, number 10, quarter of the way there. Okay, I haven't read the whole thing yet. It's in huge text. 3rd May 2006. A nuclear explosion would be a disaster. A Chernobyl-style explosion at Oldbury Nuclear. Oh wow, this must be how this is how it works in EAS scenarios. Have you noticed?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yes. All right.
I thought it was gonna be something about like 3 Mile Island or something like that.
Yeah. Chernobyl-style explosion at Oldbury Nuclear Station. I don't think that's how it works. Let's see. Number 11. Under a big picture. Oh, God. Number 11. Think of the headline. 56-point bold headline. And it has a whole story under it. At 16, Coaldale's Blake Johnson is the youngest club captain in the 100-year history of surf life-saving in Australia. Think of the headline. Too late. Yes. Holding text that someone forgot to change. Often says lorem ipsum dolor. Number 12. World Bank says poor need more money. I don't think I've ever heard that uttered in America. Or by Jeff Bezos, anyway. Okay. Rich Nations called to task for crisis. This was published in 2009, and I believe it's been a total disaster. Okay, that's why they're in charge of money and not literacy. Number 13. God. I'm really glad I ordered a new mouse. The scroll wheel is reversing direction on me. Okay. 13. Bugs flying around with wings are flying bugs.
Oh my God. Okay,
By Wayne Hansen, Redwood County Extension Educator.
Well, and there's one I really want to read, especially now that you just said literacy. I'm sure you're going to come across it later in the list, but I want to read this one out now.
Go ahead.
Mississippi's literacy program shows improvement.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. And when you get to it, you'll notice that a couple of important things are missing.
Mm, I'll have to look at that. Mississippi, it's right next to Ambalamba and Arkansas. Okay, number 14. Let's see what we got. It's scrambled text. FHG, FHD, FDF, it. That's how fangirls react on Twitter. Have you noticed that? Like,
Oh my goodness, there are groups of friends I'm among that would make joke that that's how bottoms type.
uh, yeah, something like that.
Anyway,
It,
anyway, anyway, last week.
God damn it! Scroll
Yeah.
already. Okay. Okay. The top comment on this is slaps his leg in asterisks. Number 15 is. Oh, I get it. Okay. One-armed man applauds the kindness of strangers. I see why that's the top comment.
Oh,
Slaps his leg.
oh, that's a real knee slapper right there.
Oh, this is great. Actually, I remember when I was like in my freshman year in high school, this was topical. Tiger Woods
Oh,
plays. Tiger Woods plays with own balls. Nike said. Wouldn't something related to that happen?
oh well. I, I mean, I'm sure we remember later on that it wasn't just Tiger playing with those balls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember it happened around. What was it? 2009. It happened around Christmas, which was
Yeah,
great.
2008, 2009.
Yeah, and then
I
it
remember.
was.
That was when I was starting to get really into sports.
Yeah, I think I saw. I don't know if it was in a column or on a late night talk show. It was probably the latter. I could imagine seeing something like that on Jay Leno. But yeah, they made a joke about Santa Claus and Tiger Woods. Santa, they associate Santa with the expression "ho ho ho," and Tiger Woods with "ho ho 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 ho."
Oh,
That was great. Okay, God,
oh
I
Lord.
am going to throw this mouse out the window. Okay, number 18. Um, this is probably just a bad choice of words, but this says bridges help people cross rivers. Apparently, I guess this bridges was someone's last name. But at least Bridges was building them instead of burning them. That was terrible.
Great.
Uh, number
I mean,
19.
can't disagree there.
Number 19. Girls' schools still offering something special. Oh, God. It just has a dash next to it saying the head of the school. This is what the head of the school said, but it says girls' schools still offering something special. Head. God. Yeah, I heard
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, I heard that mine go into the gutter. All right, there it is. Mississippi's literacy. That's number 20 on this list.
Yes.
All right.
And as I mentioned, it's missing a couple of important things,
Mm-hmm.
like the second set of S's.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Whoever the editor was for that one had a fun time, hearing from the boss after that got published.
This reminds me of yeah, when I was out job hunting for the past few years, yeah, I think it's like the same. It's like the same three Indian guys who pronounce my state Arkansas. That's the first thing I thought of. Oh God, I need Afrin. Okay, number 21. Northfield plans to plan strategic plan. Try saying that 3 times. Though it will probably
I'm
take.
not going to.
Yeah, though it will
I'm
probably
terrible.
take until the end of the year to complete Northfield Community Development Director. Blah 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 blah. This was intentional. This is the top comment. All right. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, this is in the food section.
I'm scared.
It's about grapefruit, and there's a slice of grapefruit in place of the G. Sound it out. What? Yeah. It says, grapefruit, good for every meal. Stunned silence.
I knew it was coming, and I still wasn't ready. Phrasing, I know.
I think what I just mentioned is actually an invasive species that we need to get rid of. But I digress. Number 23. Rooms with broken air conditioners are hot. Now that is news to me.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, they are, especially ones with heaters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they aren't big fans of being very cold.
Oh, okay. I get this one now. Number 24. the top the headline at the top says Boy Scouts to accept gay boys, and I was like, why is that funny? That's real. And then below it says there's a headline that says in through the back door. What? That actually sounds too real. It sounds more like the Vatican though. Anyway,
Yeah, it's like Jared, is that you?
oh God, Rob. All right.
You know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm sure a lot of people who are going to hear this will as well.
From the back page, number 25. State population to double by 2040. Babies to blame. This is California it's referring to. Oh, God, that reminds me of... speaking of population, how much worse off Nigeria has it. Because I think it's about to have more people than the... I think by 2050, it's going to have a bigger population than Brazil. And it's a Texas-sized country.
Well, I mean, that means it's big, but my goodness,
Brazil's bigger than... So it's about the size of China.
I know.
26. Oh God, yeah, this was another one that I didn't verbalize it before. I didn't finish verbalizing it before I was finished reading it. Republicans turned off by size of Obama's package. Yes. The top comment.
Yeah, I know the topic was about like the stimulus package, and that reminded me of epic rap battles Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama.
Ooh. Oh, those
I'm
were
the head of
God.
I'm the head of state. You're like a head of package. About to get smacked by my stimulus package.
Can we all just agree that those were the glory days on YouTube? And I just want to relive them because it was like the Wild West. Alrighty. What up, Coco? How's it going? I love the top comment on this. By the way, it's from it's from like the latter half of the Trump administration too. It says Aaron W says penis envy actually explains a lot of the past 3 years. Makes sense. Okay. The world in brief. Number 27. Greenland meteorite may be from space. Yeah. No, it was a boulder. Number 28. Survey finds fewer deer after hunt. I don't think that was worded properly. The top comment is, oh dear.
Lord have mercy.
Still laugh at dad jokes. Okay, number 29. Almost there. Oh, seriously? Barbershop singers bring joy to school for deaf. Uh, I think I saw something like this in Mr. Holland's Opus. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I guess it's possible to sing in ASL.
Yeah. And they use like color and light and stuff like that. Yeah. God, as much as I love music, I'd hate to be Helen Keller. Okay, number 30. Woman. Oh, this is huge. I can't read the whole thing. Woman missing since she got lost. Perhaps if you change your goggles, you'll find her. That's the top comment. Okay.
Yeah, she just needs to find her glasses. You know, it's like Velma.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, you know what you just made me think of?
What?
You made me think of the crossover episode with it's Scooby Doo. It was a Scooby Doo episode with Johnny Bravo.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like,
I don't know. I actually don't know if I've seen that one. I mean, I know it would have been in one of the Cartoon Network Scooby Doos, but still.
It's like, my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Oh, Mama, my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Okay.
Oh, well, we got someone in chat who remembers.
Yeah. Oh God. Valerie and I have been able to vibe lately over like our favorite television shows. First Ed, Ed and Eddie, and then Whose Line? Whose line is it anyway? I see we were raised in a very similar fashion. Okay, number 31. Okay, I know what they were going for here, but it still sounds funny. Most earthquake damage is caused by shaking. Generally depends on three main factors, and then it cuts off right there. Okay. All right. Number 32. Hang on, I'm trying to read this one just to make sense of it. Okay.
Oh.
I guess. All right. I guess it just sounds tone deaf. In Sacramento, homeless survive winter. Now what? That's what it says.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Top comment is, "Damn, we thought they would have died by now." Yeah, that's what it's. I mean, that's what it sounds like. All right.
The Silicon Valley CEOs.
Oh God, it reminds me of that homeless person I picked up when I was a cab driver that left a skid mark. God, I don't know. That's a story for another time. I have a lot. That'll be another episode. I have a lot of horror stories from the taxi cab. Okay, 33. Oh God. Students cook and serve grandparents. Terrible choice of words.
No, for sure. My brain goes, I know what they're going for, but editor, what were you doing?
Yes. There's Vince. How you doing?
Yeah, Merry Ukrainian Christmas to you too. And before you say it, don't worry. I have been doing it throughout. I've been hydrating throughout this thing, and I have, and I still have a little bit left.
Well, because I got so plastered last night, I think I've already gone through like 2 liters of water today. Okay. Thursday, September 9th. This is a 1-2 punch in the top comment. This person's name is Rabbit Carrot, and it says, "Nah, they're a bit chewy at that age." That's pretty crazy. Okay. 34. What? The hell am I about to read? Woman in sumo wrestler suit assaulted her ex-girlfriend in gay pub after she waved at man dressed as a Snickers bar. What just happened?
Unresolved anger issues.
Top comment.
I don't know.
Top comment. This headline leaves nothing to the imagination. No one will read the article if you give everything away in the headline. 35.
I mean, they might be interested in the backstory, but
Oh, I certainly would. Okay. Oh my god. Scientists to kill ducks to see why they're dying. Hey, I think you got this one figured out again. I may have a thought. That's the top comment. All right. Number 36. Miracle cure kills fifth patient.
yeah. Well, I guess.
You've seen the people that preach like this. They're all over Twitter.
Oh no, for sure.
Just needs.
Yeah, I've been seeing it all over the recovery story of that Bills player.
Damar Hamlin, yeah.
Yes,
that's just tone deaf. Dilly Melandry is the top comment. Says just needs some inverted commas for that miracle cure. Yeah, visualize it from the Metro Herald. This one took me a minute. Number 37. Yellow object spotted in sky.
Only took me a couple seconds.
Okay. Colm Corcoran. Now what essential I get it now. Now what essential information you are missing here is that the Metro Herald is an Irish newspaper. Very few of us know what the sun looks like. You can ask someone in Vancouver. They might give you the same response.
Yeah, true. Or anywhere near the Arctic Circle.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Or Alaska.
Yes, that's specifically thinking of Barrow, Alaska.
Yes, especially this time of year where it's not like you're having lunch and it's pitch black outside. Okay, number 38. There are just 3 more of these left, right? Yeah. Okay. 38. Was bank robber a he or she? Breasts might be a clue. The things you could get away with back in the day.
Oh
God.
Okay, that makes sense.
It has the same kind of energy that might offend someone as a Mickey Mouse cartoon I watched in 1942 where he held Donald Duck at gunpoint. It was Symphony Hour, that's what it was called. Okay, might have moobs is the top comment. That person's name is Laugh Fan. I'm a huge fan. Okay, number 39. Prisoner serving 2,000-year sentence could face more time. I know that prosecutors do that just to avoid the possibility of parole, but why 2,000?
Who is this Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't know. Well, it could be Edward Cullen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Doctor Who. Okay, and last but not least, number 40. What? From the Evening Standard. Man found dead in graveyard.
I understand what was probably going on there,
Yes.
but
Yeah, well,
that's not one you can really give the editor flack for.
Mm-hmm. And that is your first installment of Broken News. Okay. Now what?
We just hit the 45-minute mark. I mean,
Yeah. For those of you just joining us, I did give a bit of a disclaimer at the start of the show that we have no idea what we're doing. we're just we're just testing new waters, experimenting. This is a thing we're wanting to do every week, and at least we got one bit of it figured out. Well, you know what I might do? Not today, of course, but I might have to cobble together some of my cobble together some gut busting TikToks I've found. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find one. Well, I put one of them in. Is it my Discord server? I think it is. It's in probably my favorite text channel in my server, Raffle Mayo. If I can find it.
oh, is it the he's deaf clip?
No, not that one. It was okay. If you want to know what Rob's talking about, I actually watched a couple of reaction YouTubers watching. It's a clip from an old episode of Wheel of Fortune from the '90s, and he was introducing his brother as a contestant. I think it was on like some kind of Family Week, and Pat Sajak was like, "Now I noticed you're signing. What does that mean?" And he replies saying, "That means he's deaf." It's when they were clearly wanting a translation, and when he said he's deaf, the guy watching the video spit his drink. so that was great. Okay. Raffle Mayo.
Yeah, I was scrolling up myself.
Okay, it's below the Digi Games.
I also scrolled up to the most recent thing I posted in there, and it's that clip of Sonic asking Shadow, "Will you date me? Breathe if yes. Recite the Bible in Japanese if no." And then Shadow just recites some random Bible verse in Japanese, and Sonic's like, "How's he not breathing?"
You just reminded me of You're a Beta Male Sonic.
Oh yes, that too.
Petersonian. Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I'm actually gonna play this too. This might be one of, if not my favorite video on TikTok. But I might have to do a whole separate segment called "Kids Say the Darndest Things." Let's see.
My hair, cause with my hair like this.
Yeah, this might be the tricky part.
What? He said. Rob, you couldn't hear it, but this kid's like 8 years old, and he's in the back seat of the car, and he's like, "I need to fix my hair because with my hair like this, I look like my name is Andy."
Oh, I see the posting of it. Hold up, maybe my microphone will pick it up.
Yeah.
For those who haven't heard it yet.
Oh no, I already played it.
Yeah, I know.
It was kind of quiet though. Hold on.
My hair, cause with my hair like this, I look like my name is Andy.
His facial expression doesn't help. He's just got that kind of expression going on. Okay, let's see here. By the way, this is something I had planned. Actually, no joke. I had planned a segment like this years in advance. I wanted to do this as a whole series on YouTube, but at the end of the month, I'm going to I'm gonna recap some of the headlines from the month. It's gonna be called the recap, and I'm gonna read like major headlines and like put my own spin on them. And there's a similar segment on Corey and Patrick called The Week in Review, and that's when Corey reads news articles from the week and gives just a smart alecky response. And then I think my other favorite end of the week segment from that show is called Angry Patrick, and he actually I think it's when he just goes on a complete tirade. He almost sounds like a stand-up comedian when he doesn't. Of like the stupid headlines from the week that I was trying to find earlier, by the way. Okay, I might have to get a Bored Panda account. This is a lot like Reddit. But yeah, I might mention the Angry Patrick segment from a few months ago. He gave me a new term for a turd, and he calls it a smush patty. I thought that was amazing.
Oh my goodness!
All right, let's see if I can actually navigate Reddit for once. All right,
is there a particular subreddit you're looking for?
Hold on, let me look. Reddit. Okay, now I can't find Reddit. Oh, there it is. God. See what alcohol does to your brain? Okay. Yeah, those 2 bottles of wine were supposed to last the whole weekend, and they didn't. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look at something along the lines of r/people are stupid. Okay. Let me read the chat real quick.
All right, just real quick. Gotta step away for a second.
Okay, no problem. What wine? I told you last night, Val. Do you remember anything last night? Okay. r/people are fucking stupid. This is what. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can read some new ones that just went into here. Oh, this is a good one. All right. This is pretty. This is actually. I think I've seen this happen elsewhere before. It says, Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy under investigation after sex act is caught on hot mic. That is beautiful. All right. Oh God, there's a video attached to this one. Guy checks if his vodka is flammable in the elevator. What? That's how you make baked Alaska. You do it with rum and burn it. All right. Email regarding our residential garbage chutes I received today. Dear owners and residents, we hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Be advised that if you are disposing a Christmas tree, it should not be put into the trash chute. Our maintenance team will be more than happy to assist you with the removal of the tree. This will prevent any blockages and or damages to the chute. Please contact the management office to place a work order so that we may have a member of our team pick up and dispose your tree. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. It seems like they're expecting this. Like that's actually pretty smart, because you have to expect stupidity these days. And yes, you were that bad last night, Val, but I was too. Okay, down, mouse. I hate this thing so much. All right. By the way, Twitch fam. As soon as he goes on the air. I don't know if he's doing it for another hour or so though, but I'm gonna throw you guys over to Hedgie because I'm gonna be over there instead of live on Twitch because I look pretty awful right now. But we're gonna be doing Splatfest, and I thought about going in with a Spice Girls joke because every member of the fleet is on Team Spicy, so we're all together in this.
By the way, I am back. I said it was conveniently timed how my mom was going to Walmart right before 4 p.m. before we started this.
Oh, welcome back.
She came back and needed me to unload a few groceries, including the water. Because actually the story about how she about what happened with her back could be something I could share in another episode because it's kind of wild.
Oh, Val, yeah. I did see your DM. Come in.
Oh, hello.
And there she is.
We are getting a third guest now. It appears.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well. I'm looking at that. We're getting into the videos section here on the stupid Reddit. So,
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
uh, let's see. We got a guy beating the shit out of an empty trash can.
For what reason?
I don't know, but he's clearly shit faced.
Oh.
Is
Well,
anybody?
that's great
And
because
there's
he's shit-faced.
and there's someone screaming into a microphone lying on the ground, and I just saw a thing pop up saying, "Is anybody gonna check on her?" Because nobody is. I want context because this is something going on in broad daylight. Okay, who was in the wrong? Oh, it's a soccer match. By the way, I think it's safe to say we're going to go a little longer than an hour because I'm finally in my comfort zone.
That's the best zone to be in, man.
Uh-huh. Who's in the wrong? I don't get it. Okay, oh god, an adult a grown man sliding down the rail on a staircase.
Uh-oh.
And he fell off.
Did he break his hip? Something tells me he did.
He fell an entire story. What the fuck?
What?
And not them. You know what's even more impressive? You know how a stairwell goes, right? You got one side, and you got the other.
Yeah.
He fell down one level below. You know that big gap in the middle between the levels. He fell down. He was on the left side, slid down the rail, and fell down to the other left side down below.
Oh my god.
It's like, let me see if there. I want to see if there are any comments.
That's like some hardcore parkour type shit right there.
Yeah. Yes, he landed under the staircase. That's impressive.
Highly.
All right.
Well, I'm glad. It seems like he wasn't injured badly, you know? Or was he?
I don't know.
No.
He was in One Piece.
All I know is the Little Mermaid had.
No! I don't want to watch this anymore.
All I know is the Little Mermaid had Under the Sea, and this guy had Under the Staircase.
Oh no! Oh god! Somebody's standing on a skyscraper, standing at the top of a skyscraper in Dubai. What are you doing?
Oh no! Oh no! This
Your
is
trust-
not gonna go well.
No, this should be on Sweaty Palms. The guy is holding his girlfriend like it's like, oh god. How can you have that much trust in someone? Just leaning backwards off the balcony. And the guy's holding her by the hand.
My lord. Yeah, the whole time you were reading that out, I was getting secondhand anxiety just from you describing what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even seeing it.
Oh yeah, you don't want to see it. How can I like how the caption says, "How can you be so stupid?" Nice spelling. Okay, what is this guy? Why? Okay, God, I wish you guys could see this. Okay, this guy. Oh my god. Okay, he has one leg, and he's trying to do he has these crutches strapped to his arms, and he's trying to do stunts. God. Go in the house, take a nap, drink some water. Are people okay? That's my question.
No.
God.
You already know the answer to that, man. Okay. They're not.
Someone left their trunk open. There was no one in the car. I might have seen that in person before. How to get attacked by a monkey. Oh, God. Monkey teaching her infant how to not accept food from a stranger.
Okay, I assume.
Yeah, that's.
I assume the video is just the mother slapping some food that some person's holding out of their hand.
Dragging. Oh God. No, dragging the kid back viciously is what mom is doing. Okay, this is caption, "Dude got style." And he's sliding down a couple escalator rails. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right. Oh, no. Professional trap tester.
Oh God.
Professional trap tester. What is this? Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, he's testing a mouse trap.
Ah.
Okay, that was unexpected. He was trying to test it with a crayon, dropped it, and missed. And he was like, let me get that. Snap.
Tom and Jerry much?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking more along the lines of something with Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, but that also fits.
I mean, that works too.
Okay, I'm probably just gonna skip the video because this caption alone, this caption alone sounds like what we were doing earlier. Angry Karen goes off on Carl's Jr. employee over special sauce, so Uber Eats driver in line tells her off, then offers his special sauce. And it's 1 minute and 11 seconds long.
Oh, this is gonna be good then.
All right. Okay, that's not funny at all. That's someone at a bullet train station in Japan attempting suicide.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oof.
Skipping that one. To be a cocky shooter at the gun range. God.
I'm sure enough. Well, really, for all three of us in our neck of the woods, we could probably think of a few people that would be like that.
Okay, let's see.
What? Be like what?
Cocky at the gun range.
I ain't hit a damn thing.
Didn't hit a damn thing. That's what he said. and he was just like bang, 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 bang with a pistol, with one hand.
Let me guess, holding it sideways?
No. Something tells me he might be practicing for something. Okay.
Oh no.
All right, skipping that one. That's just dark. Maybe. Okay, what is this guy doing? Oh. Okay, there's this guy in like India or something, and they think he's trying to grab like a venomous snake in some really tall grass, and he pulls it out, and it's his belt. That was very unexpected. Alrighty.
Well, I guess he's trying to buckle up to safety.
You raise a valid point. Okay. Standing on melting ice. God damn it. I can't even see this. Healing my dad's cancer at 18 years old. What is this?
It's gonna be really touchy or really memey.
Processed foods, meats, and dairies causing lots of acid to build up in his system, resulting in not only prostate cancer, but many other sicknesses, heartburn, acid reflux, fungus toe, and many more. Doctors rushed him into a surgery that removed his prostate. Now the doctors are trying to push my dad into radiation, but due to how the last surgery went, my dad is fully against the idea. And him seeing my holistic mind and body transformation in the past 3 years, this also pushed him to go the natural healing route. So every single day, my mom and I are helping my dad. He has to do this for 140 days, fruit and herbs only, and we are going to show you how fruits and herbs can heal the body, and you don't need Western medicine. I wish my dad...
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh boy. Give us the deets.
Okay, so this kid's 18, right? His dad has prostate cancer, and he's trying to like self-medicate with fruits and herbs, and he's refusing treatment. So, trust science, people. Come on. Okay. Trying to be funny by standing really close to a passing train.
Nope. No, I can't do that.
Whoa, now. Okay. Okay, this is like a this has the energy of a perfectly cut scream. At like the last nanosecond of this video, something hits him. Oh, I see. The mirror on the metro train hit his face.
Oh, okay.
Bonk. Yep, that was it. Or some appendage or something. Okay.
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment. What'd I miss?
Okay. God. All right. Well, why is it always guys in Teslas who do this? This guy's a truck driver.
Oh no.
And then, like, this idiot in a Tesla changes lanes right in front of him without even looking. Bang. Ugh. That's an expensive car. That's an expensive ass car for you to do that.
Right.
I think I know the exact video you're talking about, actually. I think I saw it, like, within the last week or two. Yeah, I think I know exactly the video you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And now I've got a video of a couple of guys on motorcycles weaving through traffic at like 110.
Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly the kind you talk about. Hate driving when those people are out there. It always makes me anxious for everyone. Everyone.
Oh god, they're always crazy soccer moms in SUVs too.
Oh god.
Okay. Okay. I want to wrap this up with something good. I want to draw a little bit of inspiration from the Corey and Patrick show I listened to earlier in the week. But they were okay, how about we look at some weird New Year's resolutions, since it's still an appropriate time to talk about that.
Right. But
Yeah, it was literally last week.
And I want to mention something about New Year's resolutions. I don't make them because they never happen. This is my whole one day at a time advice that I try to give people. I don't have big long-term resolutions like that. I have spur of the moment decisions. And even though not all of them are that great, never mind. Mikey, what are you talking about? This was a fall.
Oh no, I was about to mention that it was labeled as a Fall Guys stream whenever you first went live, but that's just because the labeling was still the same as from last stream, and it wasn't changed yet.
It still says Fall Guys. What the fuck? Is my thing broken?
Oh my god!
I use Restream, by the way.
All right, but yeah, I saw I saw when you went live, but I assume you would have changed it in the first few minutes. But the reason why I didn't notice it was still there is because, well, I actually have your stream up in the second monitor and in mod mode.
Yes.
Because yes.
Okay.
And
Mikey, thanks for pointing that out.
And my water bottle was literally right over where I would have seen the Fall Guys logo.
Oh, okay. I was about to say thanks for saying something. Don't be ashamed. Anywho, that's probably good. Luckily, this is probably all I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future on air anyway. So I won't have to change. I won't have to change the title very much. All right, but this was never a Fall Guys stream. I was talking to myself pretty vigorously a few hours before I started. That I want a good way to describe how I'm approaching this podcast is, we're kind of like maggots. We're in the larval stage, and we may or may not be pests. So, okay, real buzz. No, I want more than 10 New Year's resolutions. 20 bizarre New Year's resolutions made on Twitter. Oh boy. From makeuseof.com. It uses the same engine as Board Panda, apparently. Okay, so many. Okay, I'm just gonna start reading it. Many of us make New Year's resolutions. It's a way of declaring. And that's all it is. It's a way of declaring an intent to improve ourselves in some way, whether big or small. And what better time?
You got a fourth person.
Do we have a fourth person?
Yeah, he just joined. It's Mike. It's Clay.
Oh Christ!
A surprise guest has joined us. That is one Clary Ranger 143.
Yes.
Yes, hello, Rob from the boot.
Mm-hmm. You see what happens when you try to do this in an open room?
What the?
Yeah, that's why I was surprised he didn't hop into the mod room.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's my first. It's the first episode. Who cares? All right.
Right.
Anyway, let me continue reading. What better time to do that than the start of a brand new year? Everyone knows the standard New Year's resolutions: lose weight, get fit, drink less alcohol. Oof, that's a big one. That's one That's one I've done for.
Valerie's
That's one
already-
I've done like. That's one I've done like 4 times and failed.
Yep.
Save more money. I'm actually pretty good at saving money.
Yeah, not for me. I'm a shopaholic.
I'm not a shopaholic. I had that beaten into my head as a kid. Don't spend money you don't need to spend. I think you know what? I think that was around the same time my eldest sister started college at Hendrix, which is a very expensive private Methodist university. It's called the Harvard of Arkansas. But but I digress. What follows are the most bizarre New Year's resolutions we can find on Twitter. Buckle up, here we go. Number 1. I feel like this is probably how the show's going to be for the first month or so. Number 1, get lost without any help from Siri.
What?
Huh?
Okay, first of all, why?
How is getting lost a resolution?
I don't know.
How
What
the hell does that work?
Either.
What I'm
How the
stuck
fuck
on
does
is
that work?
how does Siri help you get lost? Wouldn't Siri help you
It
find
sounds
your
like-
way out?
It sounds like I'm going to try not to say this too loud. It sounds like my brother. He's the kind of person that's like, who cares? What's the point? We'll all be dead in 10 years. So that sounds like the kind of New Year's resolution he would make. Get lost without any help from Siri.
Not it.
Why? Oh, okay. Well, here's another thing.
Not it.
Why do you need help getting lost? That makes no sense. And why Siri? Anyway, I'll read the caption below it. Why not? Gotta project your voice somehow, you know. Anyway, it says, we're probably all too reliant on GPS now. No one uses maps anymore. Good riddance. And everyone reading this has probably followed Siri or Google blindly and ended up in the wrong location. Guilty as charged. It's almost as though technology isn't perfect.
I just wanted to come in here and say hi because I just got back home, but
Yes.
yeah.
I do want to say something while you're here, though.
What's up?
Ever since I watched The Wedge 4, I've been binge watching a lot of scenarios.
Oh,
And the flame.
Valerie, we did good.
And you heard it.
We sure did.
You heard it here first. The flame is threatening to be rekindled.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
So,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Oh,
stay tuned, y'all.
Well, maybe I should watch Wedge 4. Maybe then the creator formerly known as will be dropped from my channel name as well. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. I still defend EmceeCh4p having a better ring to it than Studio Q. But anyway,
I agree.
back to the matter at hand. That's the name I've used for 8 years anyway. So, number 2.
I am going to get off here, just because I gotta eat dinner.
That's fine, bro.
Val, check your messenger.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.
Number 2. Take care,
Bye,
bro.
Michael.
Number
Later.
2. It took me this long to get to number 2. Force. This isn't a weird resolution. Force Twitter to add an edit button.
I mean,
That's
did
just
it?
real.
I would
Like that's like that's especially important if you want to like I mean, you could just delete the whole tweet, which would be helpful in the scenario that I'm about to explain. But when you're talking about something being bigger and you mistype,
Oh,
yeah,
That's what she said,
yeah,
I guess.
and got canceled. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't keep reading the thing. So the writer of this article says, yes, this is my own tweet, and yes, it's just a joke. I'm gonna. Okay, this is from 2019. I'm gonna post it in Discord because I can't read it out loud because it's too weird.
Oh Lord.
Chit chat. Why not?
all right.
My New Year's. It's supposed to say. My New Year's resolution is to not hit quote tweet before I've finished writing, and it's a jumbled mess. All right, moving on. Dan you Twitter, it says next to it. Who is this guy, by the way? Dave Perrick. I hope I pronounced that right. Great article. You're very funny. I know this is from 4 years ago, but who cares? Okay, number 3. Check facts before sharing on social media. That's very important. That's another one that's just real. This one's number 4 is another one that's just real. Hang on. I'm rambling again. This is certainly an unusual New Year's resolution. No, it's not. But it's also very good advice. Very good advice. Especially for my mother. Too many people now jump the gun and share stories on social media blindly without first checking their veracity. Let the fake news fight back begin. Number 4 is another real one, but it's just funny because I used to do this. Stop kids from eating dirt. I
think all of us did that at one point.
When I was like 2 years old, we had this big space. We had this huge, spacious backyard on Park Hill in North Little Rock, and I would go out, and you would think I would find a good way to play, but listen, I'm an Aspie. I do things weird. I would just go back out. I would go out back and eat grass. Yes.
Well, Les Miles would like a word with you.
Mm-hmm. Grass, the same grass that was being treaded on by a big golden retriever. Okay, if your child is actually eating dirt on a regular basis, you may have bigger problems than you think. Sadly, there's probably more nutrients in a... Okay, this is probably factual. There's probably more nutrients in a bowl of dirt than a lot of the fast food kids consume these days. Preach. Yeah, it's certainly a good source of iron. I gotta say that. But anyway, number 5. This could be taken one of two ways. I'm gonna take it the modern way. Stop kids from flossing in public. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, at least they're flossing.
I
but in public?
I will confess when I was I will confess the first time I went to AGDQ when they were still up in Washington, D.C. I was 24. I was still a stupid person. I gotta say, the real age of wisdom is 30, and I think that number is going up more and more every year. But it reminds me of a time. It's actually my Twitter banner. It's me on the AGDQ stream, taking a picture of the screen, then looking up at the camera, and I was wearing a flashy chrome silver like spandex shirt. I call it my disco shirt.
Nice.
And after a friend of a friend, Tones Ballones, you know who you are. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Did a hashtag flossing for cancer, which it was for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Started flossing during his run. I can't remember what game it was though. I think it was. It might have been Splatoon 2. I think it was. How appropriate. But Yeah, he did it. I got up. The camera cut back to the audience. I was right in front of the camera, naturally, because young stud. And I got up and attempted to floss and failed. And I walked out the door, ran into him on the way out, and I was like, "You want to help me with my hand-eye coordination a little bit?" And he proceeded to give me a flossing lesson. Okay.
That sounds...
Surely this is one New Year's resolution we can all get behind. Yes, we get it. You play Fortnite and have mastered the art of flossing. No one cares. You know what? It just dawned on me. This article was written while I was at that GDQ. January 10th, 2019.
Wow, that really is insanity.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Okay. Every other kid can do it, and so can some infantile adults too. I feel called out.
Bruh. I'm dumb. I really thought that meant like dental flossing, not flossing a fucking dance.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I said it could be taken one of two ways. Okay, number 6.
I did not catch that.
Yeah, number 6. I can't say I've ever had this one. Now we're getting back into weird ones. Watch every episode of Power Rangers.
Which one though?
That's what I was about to say. Do you realize how broad that topic is?
Right.
And that's over the course of 30 years?
Yeah, 30.
God damn.
Yes, it's like saying your New Year's resolution is to read Lord of the Rings. Which one? Do you mean the whole series or just the first book? Or what do you mean?
Speaking of Power Rangers, which one was y'all's favorite season?
I'm probably biased because it was the one I would catch on Fox's Saturday morning lineup in the mid-2000s, but Dino Thunder.
I mean, I grew up with that one too. I literally had a DVD with the first 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness,
I even dressed up as the Yellow Ranger while I was in kindergarten.
Kindergarten for me was 1999, and I was the talk of the town on Halloween because I went out as Pikachu.
Nice.
And it was like the biggest thing at the time.
1999. That's the year I was born, November 12th.
Interesting.
It's not long.
What was I gonna say?
I gotta say that was not long after my first time hearing an industrial fire alarm and having sensory overload. Okay. Number 7. I'm just gonna skip the caption on Power Rangers. It's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I am gonna read it because this is a pretty shitty take. Why? Why would anyone want to watch every episode of Power Rangers? This show wasn't good enough to justify watching when it first came out.
Oi!
Let alone now, 20-odd years later, especially when Black Mirror Bandersnatch exists.
Wow.
Oh, God.
When what exists?
Black Mirror Bandersnatch, whatever that means. Oh, God, the flames just cooked me on that one. Okay, number 7. This is the most bullshit one I've read so far. Rule the world. You know, now that I think of it, that might be Elon Musk's New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I was thinking more Jeff Bezos, but that also fits.
That's how the world's gonna end. It's gonna be an all-out war between those two guys, and they'll be the last ones on Earth.
Who would
Yeah,
win?
I don't know,
Yeah, well,
but it would probably
it'll
end in a duel, and whoever lives will probably shoot themselves.
Well,
What a way to...
No. What's gonna happen? No. It's gonna be those two living plus Mark Zuckerberg and a few others who have been held hostage by either side.
I don't know. I think William Shatner might be in the mix too because he's fucking immortal. course, I did say this.
Is Chuck Norris in this as well?
Yeah, of course, I did say the same thing about Betty White.
That aged nicely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it doesn't get any more blunt than this. You want to rule the world, and you're not going to take any prisoners. It might be a touch ambitious to think you'll achieve world domination in just 12 months, but anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah. I gotta say, when I read up on World War II a little bit, God, Hitler was well on his way to doing just that until he met the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8. Try new things.
Try new things. What?
Try new things, including absinthe. Resolving to try new things is fairly common. After all, I'm a little far from the mic. After all, we tend to get stuck in a rut doing the same things all the time. However, demonstrating your willingness to try new things by drinking absinthe probably isn't the best idea. Especially if you light that thing on fire. Okay.
Never had it before, so.
Yes. Yes. Yes! Number 9. Every goddamn year. This is me. Stop procrastinating, but not today. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey.
That is 100% me. That's why it took me so long to start this podcast. Humans
I
would get
procrastinate a lot and also get easily distracted.
Humans would get so much more done if we all learned not to procrastinate. Unfortunately, a desire to push things back to tomorrow and then the next day and then the next week seems to be inbuilt into all of us. And I will add to that, especially my family. I want to tell you about a little story about my dad. I don't think I was born yet, but this was about a good 30 years ago. Early 90s. My sisters were like 3 and 5 or 4 and 6 and something like that. But they wanted to take up gymnastics, and Dad was really good at woodworking at the time, so he promised to build them a balance beam. He made that. It never happened, and I want to mention he made that promise in like 1992. So, yeah, whenever we talk about how we never get around to things, we just say balance beam. All right. Number 10. All right. Well, there's a. I think what is it? TV Tropes that has this term. Oh no, it's an actual term. The word squick.
What?
Squick. It's a verb to cause someone to feel intense disgust. Number 10 is wash my bras more often. That's probably not quite as bad as a guy who never washes his drawers, but or his jeans or something.
Right.
I still can imagine them things sweat.
Okay. Sometimes one bizarre New Year's resolution isn't enough. Sometimes it takes a trio to really hammer the point home. Baking bread and removing stickers are both good ideas, but publicly stating a desire to wash your bras more often is slightly odd. All right, number 11. This one's kind of making my head spin. I just want to throw it out there, because why would you ever do this? Always leave one potato chip.
Just one potato chip?
Yeah,
That's
just
it?
one potato chip. It's like eating a whole pizza and leaving a couple of pepperonis in the box.
Right.
One singular potato chip.
I mean, it's not like it wasn't like that to begin with when you bought the bag of chips.
Fair.
Yes. You might as well put that in your car because you're buying an airbag. Anyway, dad jokes aside. Hang on, I need to go back to there we go. Okay. I'm guessing this is a way of getting used to leaving food alone when you're full. Too many people would consume everything on their plate. That's me. Regardless of whether or not they're full. That's me with a six-pack, my god. However, using the same rule for potato chips seems strange. I concur. Number 12. Yeah. This one's just too real. Number 12. Don't make any New Year's resolutions. Shut up, Adobe. No, I didn't want to click on you. Okay. PC's talking to me. If your New Year's resolution is to not make any more New Year's resolutions, then you failed spectacularly. Especially when you even use the New Year's resolutions 2019 hashtag to make your promise even easier to find. Yeah, wise. Very wise. Alright, number 13. This one's very unwise. Tweet what you really think. That's probably a good way to get... A lot of people express a desire to say what they really think. I'm talking to you, Leaf Apollo. And stop holding back. However, tweeting what you really think is a risky move, especially in the current climate when anything you say can and will be used against you.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say, fitting this one's number 13 because
it's a good way to get fired from your job.
Well, yeah, if you're unlucky, which is why this one's number 13.
Especially if you work for someone like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. My sister works for Jeff Bezos, but
yeah,
she actually does her job well.
There's actually someone from but Valerie doesn't know, but you might have seen, that I got a new job and I'm in training right now. And there's actually someone in training, speaking of working for Jeff Bezos, that she has a hell of a story regarding that. She has there's a few things that, that she shared during training that could be hell of a stories.
I just want to give a little PSA out here. Saying that your boss, saying that like a billionaire is your boss is not a flex.
No.
Oh no.
So yeah, just zip your lip.
Will you shut your mouth?
Yeah, that deserves that one. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't really have.
Did I make you forget? Or...
No. I remember, but I mean, I was thinking this story would be something that could be shared for like another time.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's that good, huh? All right.
Well, I'm sure you'd definitely find it interesting.
All right. We got about 7 more left, I think. I don't know why this one exists. I think whoever put this one needs a mental evaluation. Number 14 is look as glamorous as a toddler.
You're doing some colors and tiaras type shit or something?
I need context. There's no denying this little girl does look glamorous and pouty. However, trying to retain that look into adulthood is unlikely to go down well. The blurriness of this photo is also a reminder that technology has improved massively. Number 15. Who would do this? Eat more meat. I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, this would make sense when I was like 14 because I was known. I went to a junior high of like 1,000 students because my city's pretty big for a suburb, but I was known school-wide as the skinny boy. the skinny boy that looks 12, and now I'm the slightly rotund boy that looks 20. Vegetarianism and veganism are both growing trends. People are increasingly looking at alternatives to eating meat, but not this fella. He wants to go against the grain and eat more meat, because who cares about animals? Right? Yeah.
That's funny, because that's funny. I literally have 3 bacon wrapped sirloins in my fridge.
Well, then there's my take on people who eat veal. You're eating children. Knock it off.
Veal is good though. I haven't had that in a while.
All right. Number 16. Okay, I'll read the caption first. Obvious joke is obvious. Still, this is one of those tweets where the image is essential for context. Without the card, promising to use your gym card more often is a safe traditional resolution, but that Swiss roll changes everything.
Yeah.
And then I think what I think the point that's trying to be made here is use my gym card more often. In what way? Yeah, use your imagination.
Are we assuming that the gym they go to has some sort of like what, some vending machine you can access, something like that? That would be weird.
Yeah. Call back to number 9 on this one. Number 17 is don't put things off so much. Maybe this will explain why it's weird. While many of us make goals for the year ahead, how many of us actually manage to achieve them? This guy clearly never does, and he's had the same goals since 2015. I'd wager a bet that he'll make the same resolution next year as well. Balance beam. Number 18. Visit the... How do you pronounce that word? Hold on. Okay. Visit the semiotic field more often. Yeah, this caption is totally me. I'll admit I had to Google this one, and I'm glad I did. Semiotics is the study of signs and sign processes. So given that the location in the images, the location in the image houses both a tree and a sign for a tree, it's a literal semiotic field. Clever. All right, 19, 2 to go. Make everything bigger. Folks, money makes the world go round, which is why a lot of us spend our lives trying to make more of it. So, wanting to have a bigger bank account makes perfect sense. Wanting to have a bigger booty, though, that's another matter entirely. I just read that verbatim, by the way.
Squats.
And finally, I thought you said something else.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Just don't. And finally, number 20. To be as happy as Brian. This dog is called Brian, and he's having a haircut. And judging by the look on his face, he's very happy with the results. We shall all aspire to be as happy as Brian, even if we're not all blessed with such a fine head of hair. Now I have to Google this shit. It's not the cartoon dog.
Damn internet.
Alright, no, that's an actual person. Okay, well, I guess I'm never gonna get to see it. And those are your weird-ass New Year's resolutions. Didn't think it was gonna take that long. Alrighty. Close the extensions thing. God, we have like 20 minutes left. So, again, I want to mention for the umpteenth time that I went into this with no planning at all, and I feel like, in hindsight, that might be a pretty strategic move on my part, because everything that I've put all kinds of planning made really ambitious, with the exception of EF6. But that's an exception is EF6. I was properly hyped, properly planned, and the results were spectacular. But
very much so.
The results are probably the reason you guys are here. But I felt like, getting a feel of it as I go might make it a little more successful, instead of like hyping something up and then starting it, getting on the spot, and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. In fact, I still, one of my, the big thing from my Christmas haul, I want to say, was this Stream Deck that's sitting next to me, which is what I'm using to ring this desk bell. And I still don't know what the hell I want to put on it, other than just a few odds and ends and shit like that. But I do have a good setup for some of the projects I've got. I'm trying to weave up later in the year, which aren't so spur of the moment, but anyway, again, if you think I'm just an idiot, then say so. But and here we go back to Reddit. All right.
I mean, you're the coolest idiot I know. If that's the case.
That's saying something. All right.
What?
I was thinking about it. If we got a little bit of time to kill it, since we're trying to actually get it to 2 hours now. Maybe today is a good time to share that story that I just mentioned a few days ago, considering that happened during my training this week. So
this is how this is how Distractable works. We just ramble on and on about random shit. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's the story of our lives, I guess.
but yeah, I mean, so what the someone in my training that I was mentioning, the interesting story from her is, so right now she's training from, well, she's gonna be in the office in New Orleans, so the training's over Zoom since I'm not in New Orleans, but anyway,
2 hours from there.
Yeah, exactly. But what she's gonna, but what she was mentioning was, before she was working at Amazon. She'd previously also been working at an Amazon in like the Chicago area, and then something happened with a Psycho X where she had to move basically just the car and whatever she could bring with her, and moved on down to New Orleans. And the way she essentially got if I remember right, she basically got fired from the New Orleans Amazon for basically trying to stick up for her fellow employees, because y'all probably know how Amazon be whenever you try to stick up for the workers there as a worker. They're like, nope, we none of that stuff.
Are they
National Labor Board? What is that?
I don't know how. I mean, I might have forgotten how this goes, but are Amazon workers even allowed to unionize? Like that's another thing that I find fucked up. That was another.
Legally speaking, they have the right to, and they have been trying. I mean, word to Christopher Smalls, but like in practice, kind of depends on the state. State like, well, really any of ours with, well, maybe Kentucky might be an exception though. I'm not sure how Kentucky's labor laws are, because I know. But like down here, yeah, chances are no.
Okay, totally unrelated. I did not realize that Northwest Arkansas Comic Con is 1 week from now.
Oh wow!
So I think it's safe to say I'm not going, because I live. It's in Rogers, Arkansas, and I'm like 3 hours from there. So.
Oh, so pretty much on the other side, huh?
I don't know if people realize how large Arkansas is.
I'm sorry, I thought it was Arkansas.
Yes. If you can get like a mental state map in your head, I think it's about the size of Ohio. Anyway.
Ohio might be a little bigger, but I could be wrong.
Awkward silence.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I was looking through because
I'm running out of
math, because I was like, wait,
yes.
What I was thinking was, wait, does Arkansas have a border with Kansas anywhere? Answer is no.
Almost.
Yeah, right.
It's just got a big fat Oklahoma and Missouri separating it.
Mm-hmm. My goodness, what is?
I made a joke about Oklahoma a while back. Like, I think it was during the elections. For those who are outside the states, legal status of marijuana depends on what state you live in, and that I think every election cycle that number ticks up a couple. Most recently, Missouri and I want to say New York legalized it. And I think the joke I made was, let's look at this election map. Why is Oklahoma so against legalizing even medical marijuana? It's literally shaped like a pot.
God damn it.
Yes. And for anyone who doesn't know which one he's talking about, no, he doesn't mean shaped like Silver the Hedgehog's hair. I thought that one would land.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process it, actually.
Yeah.
Nope, not clicking.
No, not really.
All right. I don't even remember what we were talking about. I'm glad I said two.
We were talking about pot. And
we were talking. Well, I went off on a crazy tangent, or on a wild tangent. Who my sister used to work for.
Yeah, I think it all started with Amazon and someone
you were talking about
who I knew basically who got terminated because they were trying to stand up for their fellow employees. You're
questioning authority. That's
I mean they also having moved from Chicago. There's a different sense of culturally speaking. There's a different sense of standing up for your fellow workers as opposed to down here where if you if you try that, no you won't.
I'm really glad I said 2 hours because I'm running out of shit to talk about. I can hear myself. Holy shit. All right. I clearly don't use Reddit enough because I'm having a hard time navigating it. Okay, so you got this drop down up here. That's where your topics are.
You could totally do 50-50 while you're on there.
I can read the weather. How many people are on the weather subreddit? 100,000? Come on.
Surely there'd be more than that.
Okay.
Well,
I'll give you the...
think that, but r/Florida man doesn't even have 1 million.
Yeah.
And you'd think it would have that easy.
Let's go to that, by the way.
Florida man?
Yeah, I was about to talk about the weather, and I felt like it would be too short if I did the national forecast personally. I would just be like, if you're in California, you're gonna drown.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Rob and I
pretty much.
Rob and I do know a couple of guys out there, so
yeah.
So do I know some people in Cali as well.
We got witnesses. How's radio doing? I haven't heard her in a long time. Just kind of lost that drive from what I saw. Okay, Florida man or Florida woman. I'm gonna read the Florida woman one first because I've seen shit like this. I see shit like this all the time. A Florida woman tries to bring emotional support boa constrictor onto a plane in Tampa. So basically, you want snakes on a plane to become reality. That's what's happening.
I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Okay, a Florida man was arrested for knocking a woman down in golf cart road rage incident.
Wait.
That's not the funny part. I'm reading his name, and I thought it's Frank Delito. I thought it said dildo. We're reading the hot topics from the last week, I think, by the way. I think it's still going in chronological order, though. Oh, no, I'm not. Well, yeah, it is. Okay. Jeez. I need coffee. Florida film producer on probation for bank robbery robs Orange County Bank to fund his movie. Listen. If you have that little money, you should probably be doing TikTok. You'll probably you'll probably find more success there, and since apparently on TikTok people from Florida are fun to watch, so it would make perfect sense. Okay, naked Florida man. That's got plenty of those. Arrested after attempting. Oh God.
Yeah, we're not finishing that one.
So just let the sentence finish itself, because it also happens way too often. Florida man arrested after threatening to blow up Leesburg, Florida City Hall.
Woman,
yeah.
Actually.
I missed that one.
I'll read. Hold on.
We can go back and forth.
Florida man porch pirate thinks he can escape detection of a doorbell camera by crawling on the floor to steal a package.
Does he not understand that thing has like a fisheye lens? You got
this isn't Dead by Daylight where you crouch everywhere and you won't be seen.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's what the Megs think.
It's like God. I shared. I don't know if I shared it with you or not, but I shared it with Leaf. I was showing the similarity between a Tom and Jerry moment and Dead by Daylight. It was Tom hiding behind a wall, looking over his shoulder, and the big dog comes up over the wall, gives him a sinister look. He looks up, pauses, and hits him with a brick.
I know that moment. I also do remember that episode.
It's from Solid Serenade, I think.
Yep, it is.
Right. The next one is actually, I think comes from the same story that we skipped over earlier, but the headline's more appropriate to read.
Okay. Naked man arrested outside of Port Charlotte daycare.
Yeah,
the other one's a little more graphic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh wow.
Detention.
A Florida man
He's a detention.
Florida man
deputy.
detention deputy Hillsborough. Hillsborough County. Florida man. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, busted for selling edibles to jail inmates. I mean, if he were anywhere else, I'm sure he'd be able to get away with it, but location, as I mentioned earlier.
Okay. All right. Well, on this next one, Florida man, Pinellas deputy passed out behind the wheel, 234 blood alcohol content, bag of whiskey bottles, and Kuzai's beer in the cup holder.
Yes, he has a Kuzai's beer in the cup holder. In a cop car? God. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yep.
God.
But, oh my goodness, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Florida man's massage turns into an unwanted rub and tug.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Yeah. I still need to put that on my soundboard. Oh my. I don't know if I need to because I can do it so perfectly.
But yeah, anyway. we both got that pretty good. Like, oh my.
Okay.
Oh my.
This is a timely one. Forget Times Square. Florida man drag queen does it in style with stiletto drop. Hang on, I want a visual on this.
That's one way to do it.
Oh Christ, yeah.
Yeah. How about this? How about this next one? Florida man, men and women buy condos next to a federal prison and complain about noise.
It's like living next to an airport.
Yeah, or like, I don't know.
The expressway
or living next to a construction site.
How many? I don't understand why people think it would be better to live in heavily populated Florida as opposed to their, like, rural Midwestern town where nothing happens. And they it's like it reminds me of an old George Carlin joke. How when he's talking about this save the planet thing, like we can't even take care of ourselves because there are people in Hawaii who build their house at Kilauea and wonder why they have lava in the living room. What do we got here? Aghast at the clutching of his privates, Florida man told... Am I reading this right? Florida man told Dong to unhand his genitals.
I think this is the massage story from earlier.
Okay.
Uh,
that woman's name is...
it's
her surname. Dong Chong Wei.
The reason why I suspect that is because it's the same picture.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're gonna skip over those from now on.
Yeah, hold on. This next one's I'll take the next one, but it's lengthy, so I'll brain read over it first, just so be safe.
I do want to mention we have about 5 minutes left. So
yeah. This one is like a fuck you, I quit material. Florida man arrested after stealing $600,000+ worth of work orders from his employer. Okay, never mind. Over an 11-year period, completing work on the side and pocketing the money under his own company using the employer's equipment and materials.
That sounds like the company's fault. If he was able to do it for 11 years.
Yeah,
Ugh.
something's wrong there.
Yeah.
Sounds like some elaborate Ponzi scheme or something.
Yeah, I'm like my day job's really laid back too, and like I can vibe with the guys I work with, but I don't take it for granted. Anyway. Oh, geez. Oh, this sounds like something that would happen in North Little Rock. Florida man landlord arrested after locking his tenants in the garage, threatening to kill them. I don't know if you realize, like, I grew up in North Little Rock. That city's violent. I was actually born the same year that there was an HBO special on gang violence in Little Rock, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Crossroads of... Shit, you got 2 freeways running between New York and LA, so... Next one.
Next one. Today in the Darwin Award, Florida woman burglar calls 911 to help move things.
Yep. People are dumb.
Okay.
It's like trying to rob a bank, looking up the security camera and doing a dance, you know?
Right. That's why I said today in Darwin Awards.
Florida woman comes face to face with would-be burglar, and it just trails off after that. Let's see what this says. Would-be burglar. I have a gun, I see you. That was the cry from a Fort Myers woman as she pleaded with the burglar she was now face to face with. Before the sunrise broke the eastern horizon on December 30th, Fort Myers woman was deep in sleep. Suddenly, an explosion threw her eyes wide open. She turned to her CPAP machine, believing the device met an electrical surge it couldn't handle, but the machine was still pushing out air. Meanwhile, the smashing sound that awoken her from that slumber was still prevalent, and it was coming from right outside her bedroom. The wooden shutters from her master window began quaking and soon were being pushed inside the residence. Oh, God. The woman leaped from her bed, only to discover a piercing, crunching feeling on her feet. She was stepping on broken glass. Yeah, you don't rob people in Florida, especially since there are no gun laws down there.
Yeah, I think the full read through of that one might be a good note to end on, especially since, oh look, we're coming right up on 2 hours.
Right up on 2 hours. But on that note, That's how you use a gun correctly. Alright. I'll keep reading these later on, but in the meantime, let's see. Hedgie is live, okay. That's gonna do it for this premiere. Rob, Val, I really appreciate this. Really appreciate you being here because, you know, once 4 o'clock rolled around, I was still a little hungover and scared shitless. But
Oh my!
I think this went pretty well. You know, especially for a premiere. You know, I honestly hope that, you know, my speaking skills were impressive. That was my main goal of doing this, because I'd always wanted to get into hosting and announcing and maybe narration. Because I with a register this deep, I don't know if I'd be able to do a whole lot of character work if I went into acting. So I feel like this is a good medium to start on. And I'm especially impressed that Rob was here so promptly at 4 o'clock. So because I did not know how that was going to
go. Hey, listen, in terms of prompt, you picked the right guy to be a co-host, because like you just again, as long as you know, make sure I'm reminded shortly before, I will do everything in my power to show up to things on time. Trust me.
Yep. All right. Yeah. With that in mind, I'm gonna throw it over to Icy Hedgie. He's gonna be doing the same thing I'm gonna be doing once I sign off. He's participating in Splatfest on Splatoon 3. We are Team Spicy. I'm gonna deliver a one-liner when I go into the server, by the way. But in the meantime, let's throw the love over to him. Really appreciate you guys hanging out on both Twitch and YouTube. It's gonna be simulcasting for the foreseeable future, because I gotta, you know, I've really got to get this out to the bulk of my audience. So, love you lots. And as always, especially today, I'll see you next week. Take it easy, hotshot.